The information of the day is a double explosion which took place in Japan with SENDAI on the island of Kyushu. The first explosion due to the nuclear tests of the North Korea which are hatching turned out badly. Indeed, the North Korea carried out tests of nuclear weapons such as the hydrogen atomic bomb. One of the tests located in the province of Hamgyong near the Chinese border would have deviated off its trajectory and to explode in SENDAI. The test of the power from 6 to 7 kilotons according to the Soviet South Korean. This explosion would have caused earthquake and the explosion of the nuclear power plant located at 20 kilometers of the first explosion. For the moment, the human endpoint is of 10,000 years and 125,000 calories. An important emergency team was set up to help the people and to make safe the maximum the nuclear power plant. The member countries of UNO, mainly the United States and South Korea, carried help to Japan and reinforced their military bases. We are on the seat of the power station, and Mr. Harry Rosenmack will explain us the operation of the power station.
Hello boy, I'm Harry Rosenmack. I have been a worker in this factory for 7 years, more particularly in the reactor building, most dangerous part of the nuclear complex. So in this factory named Mouvement, like a normal nuclear power station, it contains different buildings which have a specific function. Firstly, there is the food building land on my unit, which stock nuclear fuel. It's immersed in swimming pools so as to have a radiologic block. Then there are the control rooms, the maintenance building, the administrative building, and the waiter works. Eventually, the parts most visible are the cooling towers which serve as ejecting the heating coming from the nuclear reaction.
What do you think about nuclear industry?
In my opinion, the nuclear industry isn't dangerous for our country because it's not contaminating like people say usually. According to the scientists, if we purify correctly the nuclear fuel, there aren't problems.
Maybe you don't speak now, but when you will old, you will have a problem.
No, I don't think. The proof is my medical balance, which I make every 4 months. I never had any disease caused by the activity of the nuclear power plant. I don't think when I become old, I won't be sick. It's just people who have nothing to say in different media for fun or money.
Explain this explosion.
I explain this accident like problems of security because people can't follow the rules of security of this nuclear power plant. The nuclear science is very controlled and very accurate.
And for the nearly population?
Maybe the risk of the population living nearly to the nuclear power plant to be contaminated are important due to many malfunctions of different plants, but the mine is linked to any problem except this explosion who happened last week.
Thank you, Mr. Harry Rosenmack. So the cause of the explosion is due to a problem of security, but we don't know yet precisely what explodes the power plant. Mr. Maxime Floss, specialist in nuclear physics, will explain us how this bomb could explode.
Hello everybody. So first of all, what is the A bomb and the H bomb? The A bomb, or atomic bomb, is a thermonuclear weapon where energy is produced by nuclear fission of a critical mass of fissional elements like uranium 2035 or plutonium 2039. Fission is the separation of a heavy atom in lighter atoms. H bomb or hydrogen bomb is itself a nuclear bomb whose manpower comes from the fusion of light nuclei. Nuclear fusion is the joining of two light atoms in the heavier atom. Bomb classic H are divided in two floors. The first floor operation is that of a bomb with a hollow sphere of plutonium. The second floor is formed of fission fuel. It is this operation which is the thermonuclear explosion itself. So now, how does it work? For the A bomb, the principle is relatively simple. It is to trigger a chain reaction. In other words, we have to break the nuclei of an atom so that this phenomenon is repeated by multiplying by 2 each time. Exponential growth which releases significant energy. This principle is called fission. To break the atomic nuclei in a bomb, we use the explosion of a mixture of two gases, deuterium and tritium. This explosion is called fusion. Exploding, this mixture of deuterium and tritium releases a neutron flow that will trigger the fission of uranium or plutonium. The H bomb, meanwhile, works on the principle of triple reaction. Fusion with deuterium or tritium triggers the fission with uranium or plutonium, which in turn causes the fusion of fission material, like uranium or plutonium. So now I think you know all about the question.
We are at the hospital. Mr. Stéphane Aubin will explain us what did he feel about the explosion and the effect of the health.
There was an explosion on the nuclear complex of Sendai, and a big white cloud began to rise over the zone. An alarm rang. All looked at each other with no idea of what we should do. It was maybe 3 p.m. or maybe 4, I do not remember it very well, and a part of the building collapsed on one of the reactors. There were wounded persons among the staff. People began to run. It was a panic.
What happened?
We knew that the installation of the power plants of Sendai had been damaged by the earthquake. There were radioactive leaks, and the rate of radioactivity was raised on the site. Also, the authorities estimate that at this stage it was not disturbing.
What did you decide to do during the explosion?
When the explosion occurred, my colleague of the power plant tried for several hours to resume the control of the reactor number 1. The cooling system of which was failing. The reactor threatened to melt, a phenomenon which can entail the fusion of the tank of the reactor. It was what afraid the specialists what would have then create an uncontrolled leak of radioactivity.
What were the consequences on your life?
The authorities of the prefecture of Sendai ordered to the inhabitants to evacuate a zone of 20 kilometers around the power plant. People were obliged to leave from their home, and an exodus began. I made Percy, since the drama we advised to people to confine themselves in their residence, and not to use the heating air conditioning system. They also asked the people who are out to protect their skin and their respiratory tracts with wet towels. These security measures almost concern all the country. Since the explosion, I made several tests, and also the doctor says that there is no risk, but I know that the effects often show themselves in many years after the irradiation. Today, I do not have physical problems anymore, and do not need to visit a specialist.
Thank you for your intervention. An investigation will be opened in order to know why and which is the cause of the disastrous cases. Moreover, the IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, will study this case and will make a decision when with the punishment of the North Korea. The IAEA is a world center of cooperation in the nuclear field. It was set up as the World Atom for Peace Organization in 1957 within the United States nation family. The agency works with its member states and multiple partners worldwide to promote safe, secure, and peaceful nuclear technology. Thank you for your attention, and now the publicity.